And it's Arsenal. Arsenal FC is by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. Come on, guys.
It's a quarter-final game.
Clap, bro.
Don't you think you're overreacting?
Beating Real Madrid.
Don't you think you're overreacting?
Beating Real Madrid 3-0. Clap, bro. Clap.
That's what you deserve to me.
Clap, Farouk. Come on. Football needed that moment, bro. We haven't had a moment like that since the World Cup final. Where, like, shit's happening and everybody, regardless of the team you support, is like, what the fuck? What the fuck is just happening? Arsenal have just scored against Real Madrid. What the fuck? And then, holy shit, it's again. He's done it again. What the fuck is that? And then Merino, a CDM, playing striker, who's the most informed forward in England right now. 6 out of 10 goals. Like, what? Guys, this is Real Madrid, the kings of Europe. You know, nobody gave us a chance. Not even I did. You know, I was thinking, Bismillah, Inshallah, check it, this is what we do. He started Kiwior. Kiwior, I think with Kiwior, maybe we can just nick like a 2-1 or like a 1-0, then Inshallah, we hope for the best, maybe penalties at the Santiago Bernabeu. But it wasn't just 3-0 of, yani, you know, want me to press, want me to fungia, alafu counter. La ya sheikh. It was domination. It was beyond my wildest dreams, honestly.
Wait,
I know Arsenal is a very good side. I know it takes a lot to beat this Arsenal side. Like, you have to be very, very good to beat this Arsenal side. Whether you're defending deep and counter-attacking against Arsenal, or you're gonna press them and keep the ball against them and pin them back, whatever you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to do it very, very well on the day to beat this Arsenal side. And in some way, they might have to be bad. Like, you know how teams just don't turn up for a game sometimes. Yeah. Like Bayern Munich, Juicy with Inter Milan. It doesn't mean they're a bad team, but on the day, Inter were just better. You get what I mean? Yeah. And I'm not talking about tactics. I'm not talking about player quality. No, I'm talking about effort. Effort, yeah. Right? And there is some measure there is an extent of truth to Real Madrid maybe not being at their races. For example, you know, people will rightly say Mbappe missed his chance, you know? That one chance, that could have changed a lot of the game. Because that's what they do to you, man. Like, it's 2-3 seconds, suddenly they're in. You're like, what the fuck just happened, man? They're in 1-0. Yeah. But football is funny, man. And it was funny that day. It was hilarious because the whole world was watching. The whole world was watching Arsenal. And I say that because obviously Arsenal is a Premier League team and that's where most of the fan bases are, right? The whole of Spain was laughing at Real Madrid. The rest of the world was crying tears.
I'm stuck at the part.
Tears!
I'm stuck at the part where you're saying that was beyond your wildest dream.
Honestly, it was.
So your wildest dream is not winning a first leg quarterfinal game?
You're thinking too far. You're thinking way too far. Come back to us. Okay. Come back to us. Come back to the Emirates.
He's not used to this one.
I'm not going all the way to like the greatest match I've ever seen. La. I'm going back to this was the thing that I could have dreamt for.
It's not.
The greatest match I've ever seen.
As an Arsenal fan.
As an Arsenal fan, of course it is. But I'm not talking about like the grand scheme of things. La. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the wildest dream for this particular fixture. You understand what I mean? Yeah. This particular, like how I could have wished it could have gone.
Okay.
Perfect. Because we didn't just win as a team. We also had a different form of he's him story. We had it before with Thierry Henry, like many years ago, right? But this time we had it with Declan Rice. And, you know, some people, they looked back at their CDMs and they sighed. Yeah. Like Farouk. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Caicedo is better.
Wow. Caicedo has 5 career goals, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
Declan Rice has 4 in the Champions League alone this season.
I mean, I have a midfielder
you have a lot. Yeah. So anyway, it was incredible. And like Arsenal did exactly what they needed to do to make sure this was a spectacle, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you guys saw the pictures and whatnot. Maybe they for you guys on your timelines, they must have come back after the game. But for me, I was seeing the build up to it. Right?
Yeah.
They were incentivizing guys to show up, an hour early or something, be in their seats and then like before warm up. And imagine now, like the best Emirates night ever in terms of atmosphere during warm up. Then some guy tweets, he's like, by the way, just been watching Declan Rice warm-ups. This guy's been hitting top bins almost every time.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
I also saw that tweet.
That's crazy.
You know what I
I
mean?
saw that tweet.
And then guys were like, it's like this hopeful, yes, let's do whatever we can as fans
Yeah.
to give them the best ever chance possible, right? But at the same time, Arsenal gave them a lot back because in terms of performance, it was solid. I don't think you could have asked anything more, to be honest. Saliba was incredible, wasn't he? Right? Against Mbappe, against Vinicius and these, man.
Yeah.
But people aren't even talking about Saliba. They're talking about Lewis Skelly and Timber in their 1v1s.
Yeah.
And Lewis Skelly in midfield.
Yeah.
People are talking about Partey, for example, in midfield. He dominated Kina Kamavinga and them.
Yeah.
Could you just deal with this for me, please? Like, everybody throughout was brilliant. Even the subs were great.
Yeah.
You're seeing Kieran Tierney come on. You're like, what the hell? Kieran Tierney's come on. And Jude Bellingham has his shirt tucked in, but Kieran Tierney, amesema tuko kazi. Ameitoa, bro. It's Trossard came on and he contributed as well. Like to a man, everybody was completely on it. But at the same time, it then goes back to what I was saying. I've been telling guys, and it's not a matter of I told you so, right? But Arteta is building this team in a way that makes them dogs. It's like almost all of them are dogs, in their own right. So, Bukayo Saka is a dog in a way that maybe he'll torture the fullbacks consistently. Hana skills, no chops, no step overs, no flicks, no nothing. Sheikh, nothing. Not even a sidestep. He'll just body roll you and then maybe go inside and then put a dangerous cross in, and then suddenly you're thinking, "What? The next time he puts a dangerous cross, I have to block it." He does. Nah, fuck it, I'm gonna take it to the line now. And now you're tracking back, trying to block a 45-degree angle cross.
Yeah.
Then you think about the Timbers and the Parties and the Rice and the Martinelli and the passing and Raya. Right, any cross that came in, he collected, just doing whatever they do normally when they're on top of their game, and it was brilliant. It was perfect. It was beautiful. It was poetic. It was a statement. It was a coming of age, not just for the team themselves, because they've had different like building blocks to coming of ages.
Yeah.
It was a coming of age for the fans. Like, imagine the young fan who's unfortunately started supporting Arsenal during Mikel Arteta years or slightly before, right after Arsene Wenger retired, or just before after Arsene Wenger retired. Then he sees that.
Yeah.
He's like, I have something to hold on to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something coming up over the horizon. I don't know what it could be, but it might be good.
It's a good what's it called? It's like a stopover to whatever Arteta is selling you guys.
Yeah.
So now that performance just got him another 3-4 years.
I mean, I don't even want to think that far.
Yeah, because in reality, in hindsight, if he doesn't win anything this season, he's completely underachieved.
Yeah.
But he beat Madrid 3-0.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you've just spent almost 15 minutes.
Oh, my bad, guys.
Don't
forget to like, share, subscribe, by the way. Leave a comment in the section below.
You've just spent 15 minutes glazing that performance, which it's okay. I don't think I don't think it deserves 15 minutes. I think you putting yourself so low
You're right.
'Cause-
It deserves more. I could
Shut
go
up.
on.
Shut. No,
There's
you.
still-
I know
there's
you
still more
could.
to talk
You know,
about.
the thing is, I know you could because one, you support Arsenal, right? Because you support Arsenal, you've not won anything significant in
Yeah.
ages. And that's 21 years of no Premier League title.
And that's fine.
Wait, let me finish. 130 something years of no Champions League. So I feel like winning a quarter-final game, first leg, because you could still lose,
Yeah.
right? You could still lose. Okay, you could still beat Madrid, then lose to
Yeah, a comment
PSG,
might,
right?
a comment
Wait,
might
let me finish.
realistically hit our planet.
So the
and
thing
we
is,
might all
so
just
so
be annihilated.
you
doesn't
spending.
mean it's gonna
no,
happen.
listen, like you're behaving like you've won a quadruple.
Yeah.
You're behaving like you've won a treble. You're behaving like this is how you're behaving. I'm telling you what I see.
Yeah.
Relax. Well, let me finish.
Nah,
You
this
can
is,
you
this is,
just
this is a
The
journey.
the
we're
way
on,
he's
bro.
speaking.
no? Let me finish. Look,
you-
I'll let you speak for almost 15 minutes.
I don't think you could have
Give me
interrupted that monologue,
give me 4
but
minutes.
okay.
Because, no, I
Go
had to.
on, go on.
But the way you're behaving like you've won an actual trophy. You haven't. You've won first leg of a game, and you have to go to Bernabeu, where
Yeah.
they'll actually close the stadium,
Mm.
right?
Oh,
They'll
no.
close you. Ooh.
Ooh.
I sympathize with you, and I sympathize with your fan base because you guys have been making a lot of noises for what most fans say like okay, you've won a game.
Yeah.
There is so many things you need to do, and I think that's why people don't like Arsenal fans.
And that's okay. But that makes sense.
They were already chatting shit about how the Deckers free kick was way better than the Messi one.
It was.
against
Messi took a
Palace.
deflection.
Wait, don't say they, him.
It took a deflection. Messi's took a deflection off this guy's shoulder.
Nah,
It did.
It wasn't a deflection.
Forget that. We are the most hated fan base, and there's a reason, because the potential we have to completely take over the internet is insane.
No.
You saw that lady who made a TikTok, and she said, "I don't know what's happened, right, in the world of football,
I
but
saw it.
London is peaceful. London people are happy,
Yeah.
and you know, maybe that's why we remind guys London is red."
No, it's not.
Okay, I mean, no Jayenda, but anyway, I thought Mr. Jayenda.
I think there are more fans. I think there are more fans than you.
Yeah.
In reality,
You
But
guys have
you-
more
but
fans
you-
in Nigeria.
Waldo.
no, I'm talking about London.
Yeah,
London,
Nigeria
yeah.
muko nao.
When talking about
Yeah,
London,
in
Nigeria.
Kinarotimi.
Yeah, Kinarotimi, and you know. You know what I
He's
mean?
actually a
Yeah.
Chelsea fan.
And United Trade. No, but yes, there is act like you've been here before, but we have no right. We have no right to beat Madrid 3-0.
Do you actually?
You see now, that's exactly. You're putting yourself so low. Like
We
this
played Madrid twice. So
You've never
we
never
don't
lost to
go
them.
far in the Champions League.
You've
How
never
many
lost
times
to
have
them.
we been in the Champions League semi-final? Twice, I think. There was the
Yeah.
time where Liverpool or Chelsea, one of them knocked us out.
Yeah, I think Man United.
With Kinahleb guys.
Yeah, ilikuwa-
No, not United.
During your unbeaten season, Chelsea knocked you out in the quarterfinals.
Yes. And then there was once...
No, he's talking about semi-final.
It was
semi-finals.
that was quarters.
Yeah,
That
you're
was-
talking about quarters. Semi-finals. Like, because,
Mhm.
by the way, like, realistically speaking, I think we're already in the semi-finals. All due respect.
I don't think
Okay.
you are.
All
but
due,
Alhamdulillah.
let me just say all due respect to Real Madrid. Completely respect their history. I think they're the kings of Europe. But
There's no chance.
I
There's
think-
no. Do you think there's no chance?
no, I'm not saying there's no chance.
Hmm.
I'm just saying it's improbable. But like, how many times have we been in the semi-final? We don't have pedigree in not just the Champions League,
Yeah.
in European competitions. For a club our size, we have no pedigree there. We played them twice. They've never beaten us.
Should have
Three
started.
times now.
Should have started with that.
Nah.
Should have started with that.
We started about. You see,
I understand why,
I
because
tweeted
if today Burnley go to semis and
Yeah.
you're a Burnley fan and you're gassed so hard, I would understand. But
No,
now,
no,
understand, yeah.
now you put things in
I tweeted
perspective. I
something.
actually, you know what? I actually understand. You know what?
you get it.
My bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
You just
That's
be as a-
okay.
you know what?
But just going back to the main issue at hand, right? I tweeted, play the team, not the badge. The reason I said that is because, like football fans around the world would have seen, is like, yes, it's Real Madrid, right? But just like every other season that Real Madrid have won the Champions League or the La Liga or whatever, they have their issues.
Yeah.
They have faults in their system that you can exploit.
Yeah.
And that's what Arteta did to Ancelotti and his team. He exploited their issues in transition, in build-up.
Now you just scored two
He-
worldies. You're talking about how you're talking about that game like you completely outperformed them.
Let's talk
Well,
about
let me
how the
finish.
worldies came
You're talking
over.
about how you're talking about those 3 goals you scored through
Building
like
up from the back.
like doing passes and like
The third goal was
you-
building
you-
up from the
yeah,
back.
you
We
scored
played,
one-
we
yeah,
played
you-
right through
you
them.
scored one
played
goal.
around them.
Yeah, one goal.
one goal.
And how we won those free kicks, right? In
Shut
those
up.
dangerous areas. is
Shut
because
up.
Saka
What do you mean
was
danger?
unplayable.
No, those are
Saka was asked
one wasn't
in
in
a
a free
press
kick.
conference. Saka was disrespectfully asked by some random ass journal. He said, when you look at Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo,
Yeah.
how far do you think you are from that level? You know, or what do you need to do to get to that level? I think he's here. And guys forget, Saka is already and has been at that level for some time. He just doesn't, get glazed over because, he doesn't have the
Say the truth.
TikTok
Say
edits,
the truth. Say the truth. He's playing for a small club.
No, it's not
Say the
that.
truth. That's the reason.
No, it's a profile issue.
And he doesn't
It's
have
not a profile issue.
It's a
iconic
perception
moments.
issue. No, it's a perception issue. Because Saka scores in big games. Saka assists in big games. Saka doesn't just score when you're beating Man City 5-1.
Exactly my point.
No,
Exactly my point.
He scores and assists, when we're losing 1-0 or when we're losing 1-0.
Yeah.
In big games.
Exactly my point. Meaning
But-
he's good. He scores goals. He wins you games. But he's playing for a wrong club. If he was like, there is the difference between those two, Saka and those 3 players. It's trophies. That's essentially what you're saying, right?
And
ability-wise are the same.
I can agree to
So
some
yes,
extent.
he's playing
if
for
he
the
was,
wrong-
for example, playing with Man City and whatnot, he'd win the same trophies and even more.
But so he would be
than
respected
Phil
more
Foden.
if he was playing for a different club.
But
No.
But
I
at
want
the
you
same
to answer
time,
this
because he
question.
doesn't
Wait.
have skills,
I have a
because
question.
His,
I have a
his name
question.
doesn't end with Inyo or like a sick African name like Kylian Mbappe or
Nah.
Rodrigo.
Wait.
Some Latin thing. Guys just look past him. And also, there's the racism thing. But
No,
let's
shut up
not
with
get
the
into that.
shut up with the racism.
Saka came back, and after being asked that question, he came back on the same pitch as Mbappe, who's, by the way, having a stellar season. 33 goals in all competitions.
Crazy.
Vinicius, a bit of a quieter season, but you never know with Vinicius and Rodrigo, right? And he dominated them.
You didn't dominate them.
He dominated them. He
What
dominated.
are you talking about?
He dominated one of the
Just
most
say he had a
experienced.
better game than the other guys.
He dominated them
Rice scored 2 goals,
Yeah.
and then now all of a sudden Saka is good. What do you mean,
in Champions League FPL. In Champions League.
bro?
I don't know.
Rice scored
FCL.
2 free
Yeah.
kicks.
In FCL, he gets 2 assists.
So, you see now.
But
Facts.
what
You
your
see?
actual eyes see.
That's what I saw. I saw him getting the ball, several times against Alaba and Jude Bellingham, and him leaving them dumbfounded,
Alaba-
flabbergasted,
Oh,
discombobulated.
that 7-year-old Alaba came from injury.
You mean 5-time Champions League winner?
Actually,
how many
wait.
times he's won?
Change.
3 times.
Wait.
Three times he's won the Champions League.
Actually, we need to have a
He's got.
conversation about
He
Alaba.
made Luka Modric, Ballon d'Or winner Luka Modric, foul him,
Come on, at 38.
and then he
year-old
made him
Modric.
panic. No, 39 actually.
Yeah.
40 actually. He might actually just be 40. Jude Bellingham, bro.
Are you not embarrassed?
I'm not at all. This guy dominates. he made Antonio Rudiger and Asensio. By the way, breakout season for Asensio.
Yeah.
So, panic several times. Martinelli showed us he had more pace than Valverde.
Valverde, who's a midfielder?
Valverde in FIFA has higher
Shut the fuck
pace
up.
rating than
He's
Martinelli.
playing at right.
See, you Valverde, who's a midfielder? He's playing right back. You know.
Saddam asked us this. Wait, let me read out a tweet.
Shit.
It was a beautiful.
Nah, let's not
tweet,
talk
bro.
about Twitter now.
No. Let me tell you, bro. Let me read out this tweet, man. This tweet is incredible.
For how long have you been waiting for this moment, man?
Yeah, just from Feb.
Damn.
This Madrid super team is what Arteta wants to beat with Nwaneri and Lewis.
Mine's smelly. Oh.
Smelly. Smelly is 18 years old. He's 18 years old. Breakout season.
Yeah.
And he goes through what he goes through. He goes through first of all, the immediate rise of being played at left back, central midfielder, but doing it so well. Then he goes through the witch hunt of the media. He could have fallen over and broken
No, but
under that. Sindo,
it's not a witch hunt.
it was a witch
He's a
hunt.
cunt.
It was a witch hunt. It was definitely a witch hunt.
Okay.
Everybody loves him. So ask
Do
Chelsea
you like
fans.
him?
I don't like him.
I don't like. He's not a likable person.
I mean, you just asked the Chelsea fan.
Nah, come on.
Okay, I'm a United fan.
He likes Kukurea.
Fuck.
Kukurea's a piece of shit. So he goes through the witch hunts, responds well, plays very well, right? And then gets his debut in England, scores, becomes the youngest player since Wayne Rooney to score in his debut for England as a left back. And then gets on the same pitch as seasoned professionals. Camavinga. Camavinga won the World Cup? No, he didn't. Camavinga, Modric, Rodrigo. Clamps down that left-hand side and in midfield. Oh, my word, bro. We have... remember when I told you guys the Arsenal Academy saved us 100 million worth of signings because Lewis Skelly is already worth over
But
50 million.
you guys bought Calafiori. You guys bought Calafiori.
No, we did. And, hopefully he plays against Mbappe and them at centre-back in the return leg. But Lewis Skelly's performance, there was an arrogance. Maybe that's why you guys don't like it. Because he's arrogant. I get it.
I saw he was fighting Bellingham.
Actually,
he stomped Bellingham.
Yeah.
When
just 1 second. Hello.
Yeah.
Fiji bro, mama. Huh? Hi, sawa. Leto italeta, sawa. Shukran. Hi, sawa. Yeah. Yeah, shukran. Hi. So, what were we talking about? Who's the arrogant cunt?
No, he stomped Bellingham's he started on when you're lying down.
He deserves it.
He's a dickhead.
He's a piece of shit.
That's why we don't like him. That's
Jude
the thing,
Bellingham,
though.
right? Jude Bellingham's a piece of shit.
No, Lewis Smelly.
I don't think so. Lewis Skelly, bro. Oh, my word. I mean, this guy called it a breakout season. This guy exploded onto the scene. What a fucking season.
He's been good.
I think,
Okay,
thing is, last week, you guys will remember, these guys laughed at me when I chose him as my inform draft left back of the season.
I'm still picking Kakes over him. What do you mean?
In the Premier League.
In the Premier League,
KK
yeah.
is over him.
Who's KK?
The Bournemouth
Oh.
KKs.
Yeah, maybe, but still.
That's
You
why-
guys-
that's
you
who I
guys-
chose.
You guys made it seem as if I chose Zinchenko.
Actually,
no offense.
I'd
No,
take
actually,
Kurela
quite.
this season based on
Hey,
performances.
hey, that's how you.
Nah,
you're
I'm just
stretching
telling
it.
the
See,
truth.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
this
telling the
is
truth.
the
Based
problem
on
with Chelsea fans.
You're
Give them
stretching
an
performances.
inch, they take a fucking
Hapana,
mile.
lazima tuseme ukweli. Based
gani
off
sasa?
performances. Kukurela has been one of the best left backs in the league, actually, in this
I don't
season.
think it's been better than Smelly. As much as I hate Smelly.
And Merino, bro. What the fuck is that about, man?
What do you mean?
Like, we're supposed to... You said it yourself.
What did I say?
Arteta's going to Bernabeu with Merino, Saka, and Martinelli.
Martinelli
You said it
passed.
yourself, bro.
Either way.
He
Well,
rinsed that
okay.
that right back.
Um,
Who's the right back? Vasquez.
let's look at the other fixtures. Yeah.
What do you mean, bro? This fixture, by the way, is done. I think. Sindio, we can say now.
never say never.
And that's the thing.
I'm not
We forgot
delusional.
one last thing. We forgot one last thing.
Huh.
When I say this was a monumental result,
Yeah.
right? I mean it even in terms of like data and statistics. We are now officially Opta's favorites to win the Champions League. Do you know that?
What
The
does your
favorites. We have 27% Barca, to their credit, with 26, but we are marginally the favorites to win the Champions
And,
League. This
does
season.
that make sense to you?
It does. It
Oh
makes a
my
lot of
days.
sense.
How
makes
can
a
you
lot
be
of sense.
favorites over Barca, Inter, and PSG?
Because we're not. What number are you guys?
Who?
Chelsea. What number are you guys in the league?
Fifth.
Fifth. No, you're
Fifth
not
or
fifth.
fourth?
You're sixth.
no, you're not top
Newcastle.
four.
We are
You're not
fifth.
top four.
We are in the top 5.
Yeah, top no 5.
So
We're actually fourth. I think we're actually
I
fourth.
think you're sixth.
We are fourth.
We're not in the Champions League quarterfinals.
They're fourth.
They're fourth. Okay, we're not in the Champions League quarterfinals whilst being fourth and having all these kind of issues. We're not in the Europa League quarterfinals whilst being 13th. No, our league form is actually fucking good. We've lost only 3
But
games.
we're
this
not talking
season.
about Arsenal. I mean, Man United and Chelsea. We're talking about.
Exactly.
He mentioned
We've only
Inter.
lost
Wait,
3
he
games
mentioned
this
Inter.
season.
He mentioned Barcelona.
Yeah.
I mean PSG.
These clubs, they are number 1 on their respective leagues.
Yeah, and we played Inter, we played PSG.
Still.
We
Actually,
beat PSG.
And then.
We lost to Inter, but on a penalty. So what?
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Context is important.
Okay, so you believe that you guys are favorites.
No, Opta believes that. I
Nah.
don't work
No,
for
I
them.
asked. Okay,
Opta works for Opta people do that. Not me.
what's your opinion? What does Zoom
I don't argue
Omar
with numbers. I
Bajaber?
don't argue with facts.
Oh
I don't
my
argue with statistics.
No, but I'm not asking if you're arguing or not. I'm asking, what's your opinion? Do you think your
My
favorites?
opinion?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think we have a strong shout though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So looking.
Because pedigree is important.
If
Barca,
you're- if you're-
Barca and Inter Milan and Bayern Munich, and not PSG. Barca, Inter Milan, and Bayern Munich have more pedigree than we do.
Even Bayern Munich, but I feel like Bayern Munich is weaker
Bayern
because
Munich
of the
is
manager.
out.
No,
Maybe, but still.
It's just 2-1 loss.
No, the problem. Okay, we'll get into Bayern next. Let's finish.
Yeah. So
in terms of the favorites, I think the favorites are Barca, then Arsenal, then Inter, then Bayern Munich.
Nah.
I'm
sorry.
I mean, it's his opinion. I think fair enough.
Also, Merino played central mid against Inter Milan. If he played striker, different story.
So Bayern Munich versus Inter, 2-1. I mean, I think Kane had a howl of a game.
Yeah. The Bayern fans actually they were slandering him big.
I saw
time.
some really racist shit.
The problem.
I don't mind it if it's reversed.
Yeah.
No,
I don't give a shit if it's reversed.
do you know how racist it was? So the photo that I saw was Hurricane, exactly him, but he's been made black, and then they said Hurricane full-time highlights.
Okay, wait. That wasn't from the Inter Milan fans?
No, obviously Bayern.
Oh,
Why
Bayern
would
fans.
Inter?
Because Inter Milan, it's Italians, you know what the racism is. I literally saw it the other day. So the guy said it perfectly. Italy's humor is just black joke and laughing emojis.
Yeah, so this
It's
is
like racist. Yeah. that's
Hurricane
what I mean.
versus Inter.
Wow.
Look at the accounts, bro. Cardinal Porco. Look at the account. It's an Italian.
Fuck.
It's Italians. Italians are racist with their humor is just racism.
So the biggest problem with Bayern, they have like 5 main starters out. Musiala, like 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Davies is out for the whole season.
Musiala's not out for the rest of the season?
You
No,
could
he is
say
out for
that.
the. I think he's undergoing.
6 to 8 weeks. That's basically out for the season. Their defense, Upamecano, as much as I don't rate him, he's out for a very long time. Neuer is out actually too.
Yeah, we're talking about
Coman.
Neuer now. Damn.
But he's their best
yeah.
goalkeeper
I'd
at the
rather
end
talk
of the
about
day.
Neuer than Onana, bro.
Shit.
You see,
Shit.
so they have a lot of issues, a lot of issues in terms of injuries. Sane is past it, is just not it. Olise is the only one who's performing, and Hurricane, you know. So, and when you're facing up an Inter side that's tactically
World-class
astute,
Lautaro Martinez.
don't go there, man.
Lautaro Martinez is world class.
Lautaro Martinez is not world class.
I think he's a very good player, but I feel like their midfield is well.
The midfield is
But they're tactically
dogs.
very astute. I
Yeah, and the
completely
defense.
agree. I completely agree. The problem with meeting an Inter Milan is their mid block.
It's
Their
difficult.
mid block is so difficult,
It's
and
crazy.
then in transition, they don't have the fastest players in the world, but every pass is impeccable.
Yeah.
It keeps the move going.
Patterns of play.
Their patterns of play are insane.
And-
They don't see like what Garnacho did last night. You won't see that where he's like running and then he has like a bunch of good options, but then chooses like the worst, which is to just keep the ball.
like the Lautaro goal was superb.
Yeah, yeah,
The pattern of
fantastic
play
goal.
from Bastoni,
Fantastic.
Barella, and those guys. But I wanted to ask, between Reinders and Barella, who'd you pick?
Reinders any day.
Nah, Barella is top.
Barella is top, man.
No, but that's
He's
your
one-
opinion.
Actually,
Rangers is
Barella
modern
is
day
the- is
Aaron
the-
Ramsey.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
No, as in the season where he was on form, bro.
Shut up.
Come on. That season he was in crazy. He was in.
I think
Ballon
Reinders.
d'Or
I think
form.
Reinders starts for any team in the world.
No, not Inter.
Huh?
Over Barella.
No, obviously, maybe not.
Maybe over
I would say
Mkhitaryan.
obviously yes. But now the thing is, if you're comparing him with Barella,
Yeah.
I think he starts for United. I think he starts for Arsenal. I think he starts
Reinders doesn't start
for.
for PSG. I'm sorry.
Yo, yeah, he doesn't start for
No,
PSG.
but no.
Vitinha,
Not even
Bro,
Barca. He
Skiza.
doesn't even start for Barca.
You guys,
harsh.
PSG.
He starts for Frankie.
Listen,
Frankie doesn't start.
PSG. Neves. What's his name? This other kid.
Vitinha,
Vitinha and this other one. What's his name?
Fabian Ruiz.
They were okay players apart from Neves. Those were okay.
It doesn't
Vitinha.
matter what they were. What are
It's
they now?
Enrique. It's Enrique. I think. You see, the thing is,
No, it
Enrique.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's
You
the
give
manager
you
or
give
not, bro.
you give Enrique Reinders, we're seeing a different level.
Yeah.
I think the thing is,
No. Wait. We can't, because once you do that, you open Pandora's box. Oh, but what if Arsene Wenger had Cristiano Ronaldo?
I'm giving Enrique credit for the form of most of these PSG players, and that's facts.
Especially Dembele, man.
Someone
Dembele is mid
like
this
someone like
This
even
season.
Inter, for example,
Oh my
Inter, right?
God.
For example, Inter.
I saw him against
Who?
Aston Villa. Dembele.
Dembele has been really good this season.
Did you watch the game?
He's being carried by
No,
Kvara
he's
and
not.
Douglas.
He's
Come
ridiculous.
on. He's the actually in terms of GA is the highest.
Considering
GA
he's
performance.
considering he's being
centre
played. Yeah, that's
Because
even
he's a centre forward.
Exactly.
The way they create chances in France, he better score goals.
No,
He better score goals.
But it's not like that. He's just there like a traditional 9.
No, he's
a
doing his
floating
job.
9.
He's doing his job. I get
They are
that. But when it comes to GA for a PSG team that creates the amount of chances they create,
so looking at it this way, right? I feel
you
like
don't need to be.
so going back to
Merino
Rein-
would be top scorer.
So Reinders, so many players. If you Enrique, so many players that we're talking about right now who will be okay. Because Vitinha was at Wolves, and what did you see? Did you see different player?
Yeah.
Shit.
You couldn't tell.
No, he was a very good player.
Similar to what he is now.
No, he's not similar to what he's now.
Like
but
he's leapfrogged. Like there's no guarantee every single player improves in the career.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that ulikuanga hivi 2 years ago you're better now. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
But when you get a good manager, that's when you see potential. Even your team, like your Arsenal, like Ben White,
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice. There's a lot of credit to Arteta. That's just facts.
Yeah.
So when Ukinembia Reinders cannot start for Inter, maybe because he's had like 3 managers in like a year and a half. But despite all that,
He's
he
still
is
balling. Yeah.
a baller. Even for
Is
Holland,
he playing Champions
for
League?
Netherlands. You see how
Is he playing Champions League?
Yeah, even for Netherlands base.
Is he playing
Yeah.
Champions League though?
I mean, he did last year, but one.
Anyways, talking about
Sounds like a United player,
the Bayern Inter game, I just think Inter will be too strong for them.
Especially at home.
Yeah, especially at home.
Massive Champions League night to get into the semi-final.
I don't think
No Man City, whatever, they'll think this is their time as well.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
definitely think this is their
They
time
have
as
they
well.
have dogs. That's it. They have fighters. Kina Asebi,
I said Bisek, Bastoni.
Barcelona is a fucking baller.
Bisek is the centre back, right?
Yeah, centre back. Yeah.
He's a right. He's a white
Fratesi.
centre back. Fratesi, a super sub.
Nico Barella is a dog himself.
Barella-
That guy is supposed to be the maestro, but he's also a dog.
Actually, Arsenal, you guys need an 8.
Yeah, I agree.
That is the profile of a player. You
I'd
guys
take
should
him
be
over
looking
Odegaard.
at. Barella is a fucking.
I'd
baller.
play him in the Odegaard role.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
Him.
What does Odegaard do? He steps out, he and then he keeps. the ball
Hey, bro,
moving.
Odegaard Pierre man, chini by there. It's
No,
been
but I think
over
he
6
played well.
months.
No, I think he played well.
No, it's okay. But 1 year
played
ago,
very,
1 year
very
ago,
well.
you would have never said that.
Exactly.
Systems
And
changed.
we've been telling him for quite some time. I remember there's a time I tweeted, I said, if Arsenal sign, for example, a Bruno or Palmer or Witz as your
Don't say
10,
Palmer, though.
as your 10, you
As
actually
that
will-
Odegaard, yeah.
in that
I'm
Odegaard
not
role,
taking Palmer over Odegaard.
Yeah, Palmer is the
You're
best of a
mad.
stretch. I'm sorry, same.
You're mad.
Palmer
Verts-
doesn't.
You
Verts-
guys are mad.
Palmer off
Verts,
the ball.
Musiala, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Palmer off
levels.
the ball is useless.
At least Odegaard can.
Palmer off the
coordinate
ball.
and
What
press
do you
well.
mean off the ball?
What does Palmer do off the ball?
Yo, didn't Cole Palmer get subbed off a Europa League conference
Yeah.
knockout game? Yo, how are we
They're
talking
managing
about
his minutes. What the fuck are you
Managing
guys
his minutes. Okay.
speaking
Okay,
about?
we're diverting. Let's go back. So moving on. So the other game was Barcelona Dortmund. Masterclass.
You guys took away the Ballon d'Or from Mo Salah and you gave it to nice guy Rafinha. That's a fucking liar, bro. So what he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Yo Poleni, there was no by mistake.
He dived.
Bro, that guy reached out, man.
He dived. I've
He
never
reached
like
out.
he even his toes like
Yeah.
he even better.
You saw his face.
Yeah.
He wanted that goal. No, but I honestly I was disappointed. I figured Dortmund would put up more of a fight, man. Because they had bowlers themselves. Girassi, Adeyemi.
Nah, but Dortmund are really struggling in the league right
No,
now.
they are.
They
Yeah.
are struggling.
Yeah,
as fuck.
it's
I mean,
more
if you
like-
still have Emre Can in 2025.
Yeah, they had the team is not anywhere close to Barcelona levels. Barcelona have
The-
absolutely talent, full of talent.
For
bro.
me, Barca are the favorites, but the
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
issue with Barca is our backline. I'm not
Our?
really. See,
Our backline?
I'm a Barcelona fan.
For fuck's sake.
How do you support Chelsea and Barcelona? That's odd.
And AC Milan. What is this, bro?
Oh.
Who do you support in Indonesia?
Fuck you, nigga.
What the fuck? Wallahi. Lesotho. Ni nani? Unapenda nani?
I don't know, man.
You haven't decided yet?
I haven't
Okay, so
decided yet.
you're back for Kubasi and Martinez
Kubasi,
Walianza.
Martinez. The problem with Kubasi is a very technical defender. His ball playing ability as a defender.
The whole
is-
Barcelona is technical.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I think
Sasa-
even the bus driver is a very technical bus driver.
They just short people on a katona job ball.
Yeah, everything they know, they do. They know. how to
You
do.
can never get the ball off of them.
The-
Haijalishi whether ni chef ama ni nani.
Yeah.
Press resistant.
yeah, the problem
Yeah,
with
Kitman, bro, has more techers than Chelsea players.
Facts.
Come on.
Endelea,
Madueke.
facts.
Have you seen Mandem?
So Chelsea's his first love. Umeona vile
obviously,
ameruka?
obviously.
Madueke in 3 years atakuwa Bola League.
Facts. By the way, he might need some time to adjust.
And Hugo Pia, I don't think he'll start.
Yeah. Hata hiyo wildcard atawekwa watapata mtu mwingine.
Uzuri, I don't rate Madueke that highly, so
Okay. So.
that's it.
But no. What issues do Barcelona have to give me hope? Copium.
the
Hopium.
They probably who are they playing after? They're playing.
No, they'll play Inter.
Inter.
Most likely Inter Bayern. So thank God, because for us, I'd rather play PSG than Inter or Barcelona.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd rather play
I'd rather
Inter?
play I'd rather play PSG than Inter or Barcelona.
Then make it a 1-game final.
Then make it a one-off game against Barcelona. I'm confident, but
You're
two legs against Barcelona. Yeah, man.
You're
Jesus.
mad.
I agree.
Nah.
But smelly though. Whoa, he'll stink up that left wing.
The problem.
Yamal won't know what hit him, bro.
The problem.
You know that dog. Anyway. You know that dog,
I
bro.
couldn't carry away, Umbo.
Bro, that dog. You see what Yamal is doing? Yamal is doing TikTok dances. You think Lewis Kelly has time?
He will be rinsed by that boy with braces.
Let me tell you, bro.
Doesn't
Lewis
matter.
Kelly.
Yamal doesn't care.
Oh my days.
Yamal has his father. Wait, what?
Does he?
I mean, his father is. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
Where's
Lewis Kelly's father's around.
Oh, okay.
His mother's just.
No, he looks like. Huh?
His mother's the leader.
You see how Barca play high risk, high reward football. So the biggest issue with that
That's perfect for us. That's meat and drink for us, bro. If they do that against us.
they do that against everyone, even in the El Clasico, they did that to Real Madrid,
And it works
look
against
what it
Real Madrid.
happened.
Because Real
Okay,
Madrid have
wait.
no setup.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, so you're better off fighting Kvara na kina
Yeah.
Due,
as opposed to you will get rinsed because those are the best wingers in the world right now.
Listen, the thing is, what this Champions League is set up perfectly for us right now. It's there for the taking. Barca, right, are an all-out football kind of setup, as they've always been. Sindio. And this guy talking about the defensive issues, it's always been like that, bro. Piqué and Mascherano and Piqué and Puyol, they weren't like they weren't the best defenders, right? They were bowlers, right? They were ball-playing defenders, and they were good in that setup. But they rarely had the best defenses in the world, right? Inter Milan in a one-off final, that's interesting, right? That changes the narrative a little bit because you'd rather play PSG and Barcelona over 2 legs
Than Inter.
than Inter over 2 legs, right? You'd rather play Inter Milan in a one-off.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you'd rather play Inter
I
Milan.
think it should be the other way. You wouldn't want to play Inter home and away as opposed to because Inter one
Exactly,
game
you
final.
want to play Inter home and away because what they'll do is lock out, right? They'll do the mid block against us, which is our issue at the moment, right? They'll do what they do right at the moment, and then if you put them in a final, they have to at some point come out and play. It's not gonna be. They're not gonna do what Aston Villa did against PSG.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Aston Villa, the way they played against PSG was dumb. You have 2 games, right? Show a little bit more bravery. Show a bit more cojones. But they just let PSG come onto them, and they don't have the best defenses. With Inter Milan, you'd rather play a strong defense in a final because they still have to go and look for a goal.
which they can always hope for in a counter.
Yeah, but
'Cause it's 90
they'd
minutes.
much rather do that over 2 legs than do that over.
I don't think
one
we- I
game.
don't-
I think
okay.
Zoom, you're on some copium shit. Do you know how many goals Inter have conceded this whole UCL run?
Tell me.
3 goals.
Okay.
And you think facing them is much better than
Over one leg than over two
You're
legs. Yes.
mad. You're
Okay,
mad.
because I feel like at PSG is only 2-1, right?
Hmm?
PSG
They won
versus.
3-1.
So
3-1.
sorry, I mean, so like we have counted out Aston Villa.
Yeah.
'Cause in my mind,
Villa
in my mind, Aston Villa could definitely beat Arsenal.
Yeah, in a knockout game.
In home and away, I think Aston Villa could beat you.
Yeah.
But
Emery
PSG
owns you.
Aston Villa is out.
No, I'm saying, like
Just saying
I was looking at the
hypothetically,
math.
Yeah.
Like if PSG was maybe not so in the game and maybe Aston Villa had a chance, I think Aston Villa would give you more problem than PSG.
True.
No, not in the Champions League game.
I don't think it
European
matters.
continental football changes things, guys.
No, I don't think it matters because it's the
does
same.
matter.
No, you would change when
matters
you
a lot.
no wait, you would change when you're playing a team from another country, but when you're playing a team from when it's a Premier League team,
Yeah.
Based on what?
it's the same
How would they beat us
intensity,
this season?
same. Huh?
How would they beat us in the Champions League?
I mean,
Mm.
la-
What do you think?
la- last
The way
year,
they-
they beat you home
always-
and away. Wait, last year they beat you home and away.
Yeah.
But this is this season.
No, wait.
No, this season.
It's
have they
same
beaten
manager,
us?
same
Have they
manager.
beaten us this season.
Actually, this
So
season I remember
you've drawn.
We've drawn once.
the
then
And
you
we were
won the
leading
first game.
2-0.
no,
And the first game, we beat them 2-0.
and it wasn't a convincing 2-0.
was a
Watkins
very
missed
convincing-
sitters. I remember Watkins missing
Yeah,
sitters.
was it second game of the week? Amma?
The second game in the week when the season's just started.
Yeah.
Watkins missed 2 chances, and so did we.
Big chances.
So did we.
Very big chances.
So did we.
There was
Okay.
there were other chances too. They were not.
No, but
only
so
two.
did we. We also missed chances. So I don't know what you're talking about.
But I'd trust Villa tactically Unai against you guys more than PSG.
You trust Todd Bowley.
Come on. the other problem.
How can we measure who you trust?
Where's Skiza?
You may trust Arteta. We've just beaten Real Madrid 3-0.
No wonder you
You're
haven't
be-
won
you're-
trophies
you're
in
trusting
God knows how long.
Todd Bowley.
Okay, so
That's how it's Todd, right?
PSG. So PSG will probably
They'll beat.
they probably beat Aston Villa
Yeah.
because remember they beat Liverpool at Anfield. At
Yeah.
Anfield. So it's
Yeah.
not like they don't care about.
Fucking.
They beat
Stadiums.
Liverpool at Anfield. Oh yeah, it was 1-0.
Yeah,
you're right.
so they
When
don't
went
really
to-
care. They won't be phased. They beat someone in a way more tough crowd.
I also think like between us and them, like, you know, it's two teams that have never won the Champions League.
Yeah.
So you'll get the same atmosphere at PSG that you'll get at the Emirates. It's not
Yeah.
that's gonna be a system thing. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
it's not gonna be a fan thing or whatever.
So yeah, I think so. We can probably by the time this we don't need to discuss that games.
Hmm.
The assuming Ingres won anyway. So Europa League. Lazio lost. Surprised,
Who the
but not
fuck-
surprised. I mean they finished
Against
first in
Against
the Bodo Glint.
No. Can we talk about Spurs and United?
Wait, we'll get there. Spurs drew 1-1 with Frankfurt.
At
And
home.
and they had to come from behind.
At home, yeah.
At home, yeah.
Yeah, see, Ekitike did the
Yeah.
Henry celebration.
Yeah.
And Liverpool fans, along with Eric, they got mad. They're like, "Why do you think it's an Henry celebration?" They got mad at Arsenal fans, and then
Ekitike.
yeah, he literally posted the thing, bro,
Yeah.
of Henry doing it, and
Yeah.
hilarious. But Spurs, bro, whoa. At what point do they sack that manager, bro? I'm still shocked.
I
that he's
think
still there.
the problem with this guy, what is his name, the coach,
Ange.
Ange. You remember last season when Tottenham fans were celebrating losing to
Man City
Man City
Yes.
just because for Arsenal not to
win the league.
I
Yeah.
think the boiling point started there. So since then it's just been a downhill.
He realized at that
He
point,
realized
like, this
it's
is
a
not it.
loser
This is
club.
not the
Yeah.
right club.
It's the culture of the club is just
It's rotten.
it's
bro.
it's such an surprising enough as a business, Spurs are one of the best
Yeah.
in the world.
It's what
Bro, there's a Spurs fan with a big account. He's like I'm an NFL advocate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he likes, NFL.
Oh really?
Yeah, because obviously they play NFL games.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot. That's what he watches. Spurs is a by the way.
That's
And
crazy.
by the way, Spurs actually hired Vinay Venkatesham.
Really?
Yes, our old CEO.
The one who paid Partey's money go
No,
hoteli.
that's Ralph Sanjay.
Oh okay.
That's wrong. That's Edu. Edu's the one who paid Partey's fee.
Wait, which transaction was done in the hotel?
Raul
For who?
for Partey.
Okay.
right, yeah.
So interesting move there. I mean, it's interesting. So many clubs trying to copy us. Man United, Spurs. Loser clubs, man. How did United do, bro?
I mean, a man like Onana is an absolute embarrassment. I don't want to say I hope he gets malaria, but I hope he never plays for my club
Ever again?
ever again.
It's an interesting turnaround from summer signing of the season, bro.
We
Remember?
Yeah,
Did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
He gaslit Naeem and
Eric.
And to be fair, in that sense, you're not an
You didn't
influencer.
argue. You didn't argue so much.
What do you mean? I did.
Shut up.
I did. I was
You were
saying
like,
Kai Havertz was
okay.
top 5 of the season.
You actually put him in top 3.
Top 3, remember?
Yeah.
Onana was out in your top 5.
Who?
Onana.
No, I didn't say that.
He was in your top 5.
No.
He was.
Do I bring the
Argued
receipt?
against it. I said top 5.
I think he was in your top.
He was in your top 5. Shut up.
I didn't know the other signings.
I mean, to be honest,
Wait.
I think we were all bamboozled.
I have a tweet. Is who talking about Onana. He said he elevates United to a different level.
Dimension, yeah. Did I say elevate?
Yeah.
I meant the opposite.
Kwenda
No, he should have. On paper, he
But
really should
To
have.
be honest, when Onana was coming, you remember even the Man City Inter final. He was one of the even if
He was
Inter
one of
lost
the
the-
signings. He was one of the
he
signings.
was one
Inter
of the
wanted to
main
keep
men.
him.
Yeah, he was
Inter
that
wanted
good.
Yeah.
I think with Onana, as much as he's been shit, the environment is shit too.
No, but environment being shit and keep on making silly mistakes is one thing. Because
Actually, that's
Champions League last year with Ten Hag, he made sure we finished last.
Yeah, Champions League, you mean?
Yeah. I'm not even trying at it. I'm
Final nail of the coffin.
Like-
in the coffin, he brought the hammer.
Yeah, like the first 3 games, like he was responsible for like 4 losses.
Yeah, I remember.
Like ni yeye peke yake responsible. Galatasaray game. So and then
Remember him telling people to take free kicks
in the Cameroon.
international break. Remember?
Yeah, I don't think he's okay in
I
the
don't
mind.
think he's okay, bro. I think that shit for the pregnancy pills and him getting banned for a bit. I think he did something and then it affected his head. And I think now the way he moves, right? The way he moves as a keeper, I think he's just Matasi Wamaju, bro. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I think there's some serious match fixing going on there.
But
bro. Genuinely would not be surprised. Look at Matasi's compilation, Zao, of stinkers.
They even look the same.
They even look the same, bro. Even the reactions of the players,
so
of his teammates. You can imagine Harry Maguire coming.
It
Fuck off,
yeah,
man.
it was so disheartening because Yoro had his best game since he came.
yeah.
He was playing really well.
Yeah, because that's his level, French league.
Shut up.
It's true though.
Onana-
Amezoe Lacazette. You saw Lacazette with the missed chances.
Yeah.
Amezoe Lacazette.
This is the first time in his career he's actually doing a lot of goalkeeping. Because if you look at, if you go way
That's
back
actually
to his time at Ajax, they were possessing the ball 90% of the games, dominating the games. When he went to Inter, the same thing. Then he had a back 5 in front of him. So he was actually doing more ball playing than actual goalkeeping.
And Inter at that time still had one of the best defenses in the world.
Yeah. You see, so when he came to United, there's no structure, no playing out of the from the back, things like that.
Okay, so
There is playing at the back.
okay.
It's
So but the
jokes.
thing is, his errors apart from fine. Errors zake zingine za the ball just under his whatever fine.
Yeah.
But losing the ball, making miss passes,
No, but
even
to be
on
fair-
his feet,
to
is
be
not the
fair,
best.
In as much as yes, he's having these technical issues, right? United fans deserve this. I'll see you.
Shut up, man.
The way they hounded out and stood by that decision to hound out David De Gea.
De Gea, okay, you can't gaslight me.
When
His last season as well was bad.
Skiza. Skiza.
Shut up,
when
man.
they said when they said we have Onana, Sawa, and he was making those mistakes. Yeah, but the way they defended the decision was David De Gea doesn't even have a club right now. He doesn't even have a club right now.
Yeah,
Till now, he's still a free agent.
No,
He has a club
He's
right
in
now.
Fiorentina.
No, as in at the time.
Oh yeah.
And then, what is poetic justice? The same goal that Onana concedes, David De Gea saves immaculately
Yeah.
in the same competition.
But to be fair, De Gea was already
You guys deserve this shit, bro.
Yeah.
No, but at least he's a different profile. I completely understand, but it's the manner in which you let your keeper go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do with
Also
a bit of
personality
class.
was. I think Onana is actually just a crazy person. Because I feel like there's one thing with being an okay keeper, but like all this trying to make yourself, main character.
He has a lot
Like
of main character syndrome. Yeah.
shouting at Maguire that first preseason game.
But he's not the only issue you guys have
he
had.
he was trying to show character. Remember at Inter?
Just trying so hard.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think because in Inter, remember the racism you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You have to work
Yeah.
very hard. But that's not the only issue
I think he
you guys
works.
have had.
Yeah, he works better than racism.
Yeah, maybe.
Should we pull out some baboon cards?
Listen, what you guys choose to do,
I want you to say yes or no.
I cannot
Okay.
contribute to that.
There's this quote. Yeah, sijui nani anasemaga ati never trust a black goalkeeper.
I think it's.
Was there a coach?
I think it was Specs.
Not Specs, it was Lippy.
Yeah.
Lippy,
You can't trust a black goalkeeper. And Ranson Bance. Remember his clip?
Yeah.
Yo, I was about to say some mad shit. Oh, he was about to.
Yeah.
He was about to say some racism thing. He's like, I know some drunk white guy was about to let it slip. And it's, bro, listen. All I'm saying is, right? I'm not the one saying it, but like maybe there's some positions that maybe I don't know, man. You don't see good Indian strikers.
You
know
don't
what I
see
mean?
good Indian anything.
Tim Cahill was Australian or Indian.
You're being Tim Cahill. He said Tim Cahill was Indian. He did look Indian-ish.
Rodrigo, man. What are you talking about, bro? You know what I mean?
Rodrigo is
Rodrigo,
crazy.
bro. What do you think, man?
Casemiro.
Yeah, bro. Casemiro, man.
Bro, Indians are killer pale. I'm
Yeah.
sure they have some lineage. I think there's something in Brazil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see,
Oh my
they had
God.
the Indians there, right?
Yeah.
The original Indians.
Yeah, I think Casemiro,
The Aztecs
Rodrigo.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. The Red Indians, right? From America.
No.
I'm joking. I know the difference.
You're being racist.
No, these are terms that people came up with. I'm just making fun of the white people.
Yeah. Rodrigo.
Rodrigo is hilarious. Though. It just came to me right now. Inspired by Vishnu.
So
predictions for the second legs?
The second legs.
I think Madrid 4-0.
Nah, there's no way. I think
that's
they
my
score
prediction.
goals. They
That's my
score
prediction.
goals. But there is no way we don't score goals at Madrid with the issues they have. There is no.
I think-
Valencia scored goals at the. Valencia won
Yeah.
at the Bernabeu, bro. Like, I know it's not the same occasion.
I
and
think
whatnot.
they score a goal in the first 10 minutes. It's over for you.
No, but I saw this interesting tweets, bro. Very, very interesting tweets.
How interesting.
Very, very interesting tweets, bro. From Madrid zone. The atmosphere in training sessions is one of revenge. Real Madrid is looking at Arsenal with anger in their eyes.
That's a repeated quote.
Really?
Yeah, they always say that. They've said that so many times.
So why should we believe them, bro? Didn't AC Milan win there 3-1?
Yeah, we did.
Bro, listen, look, all due respect to Real Madrid, they have their issues. I just don't see them. They'll win. Maybe they'll win the game, right? But they don't go through. And the thing is, if they win the game, that's because we've decided to sit back and play Netanyahu football. But if we play what we did, if we just replicate what we did,
You can't score 2 worldies again because that's why you won the game.
Worldies. I'm talking about the performance. Stop thinking so small.
No,
bro.
that's the
Think deeper.
You
Think deeper, bro. Think at my level here,
No,
bro.
listen.
We're thinking performance-wise.
Listen.
Sawa, skiza.
Your performance was okay.
No,
wasn't
very,
that,
very
wasn't
good.
for nah.
So if we replicate that performance and shut down these guys in their 1v1s and so on and so forth, do all that, I just think we win that game. And if we go and park the bus and play very negative, then I think we lose that game, but we don't get knocked out. And then from there on, bro,
if they score a goal, Zom,
semi-finals,
Yeah.
PSG, bro, Kai Havertz is coming back. Winner at the final, bro. Come on, you've seen it before.
Listen,
You've seen it before. You can
Listen.
see it again, my guy.
listen. If
Kai Havertz,
Listen.
he's coming back,
fuck
bro.
Kai Havertz, man.
Listen, he's coming back, man.
Fuck him and his dog.
Dogs. You mean Cole Palmer and okay?
If
Caicedo.
listen, if Madrid score in the first 15 minutes of the game, you guys are fucked.
No, I think they've already started the juju. You saw?
yeah, they already sacrificed someone.
Yeah, they sacrificed Lee Beckenyahu or something.
Bekanyahu.
What's his name? I don't know. Beckenhauer or some shit.
Yeah.
I wish they sacrificed that.
The biggest problem right now, you see, last season when they won the Champions League with Vini, they were playing. Ancelotti was playing with four midfielders. Right now,
They're playing with 4 midfielders.
No, they're playing with 3.
3 midfielders.
Because Bellingham was playing as a false 9. I
Yeah,
think.
false 9 and he's dropping the same way like Merino. You see, now they have Mbappe who never presses, Vini never presses. So the success Carlo had tactically of deploying 4 midfielders that can actually cover ground for Vini, now they have to cover ground for 2 people,
And they have their issues.
and that they already
And then they have
issues.
their
They don't-
availability
the
issues.
availability issues. So
Sorry, man.
it's not looking good for them, to be honest.
It's not, bro.
not.
It's done. These
But-
guys are saying Danny Ceballos is back in training. Danny Ceballos, bro. Do you know that's our trash?
But funny enough, in La Liga,
No,
he's been
good.
performing.
He's been good.
He's performing.
That's his level. That's his level. He was never gonna cut it in the Premier League, bro. Bro, Danny Ceballos is about to play against Partey and Declan Rice in midfield. Odegaard, with one hand, in a fist fight, beats up Danny Ceballos. So guys, like let's just. I'm sorry. If they go in a booth, you know those booth fights, Odegaard wins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Danny Ceballos cannot be your moments.
Another.
You guys might as well bring back Kroos. Bring back
Yeah,
Kroos.
that's another problem. They don't have someone to control the tempo or
Camavinga is gone. Tchouameni is
Camavinga
injured.
is not there.
Camavinga is gone. Tchouameni is injured.
Real Madrid are really fast.
No,
They're
Valverde
struggling.
will come
Valverde
back.
has to play in midfield if they stand any chance of
And,
only losing 2-0.
Who will play? Who will play
So
right
that
back?
the other kid, what's his name?
Vasquez?
Vasquez.
Chesney Vasquez?
Yeah.
Another
4 times Champions League winner, bro. Come on, man.
Another-
Trust yourselves,
another-
Kidogo. What's the point of being 15 times Champions League winner and now you're asking questions, bro?
Yeah.
Trust yourselves, man.
Another problem.
Big up your thing, man.
we
Come
never
on.
we never mention Alaba. Alaba has been such a pathetic signing for Madrid.
Yeah, not available.
He scored free kicks for them, though.
Doesn't matter. As much as he came on a free, the high salary he's on, he's been such a
Bro,
pathetic.
everybody's come on a free for Real Madrid. Who haven't they signed on a free?
Trent is coming now. Nah.
On a free. Alaba on a free.
Saka
most
is
likely
coming
on-
2027.
Rudiger
Rudiger
signed.
was on a free.
Saka
Was on a
27.
free.
Yeah.
The only person they've signed is Jude Bellingham.
Camavinga and Tchouameni.
Okay, so maybe that's
Kama unasikia njaa, kama unataka kuona food, kama you're fasting, kama you want inspiration on what to eat, there's a guy called Better Chef on Twitter. Akona sisi hapa. His handle will be somewhere at the bottom.
Yeah.
Check him out.
TikTok, IG.
Msalimie.
Oh, TikTok as well.
Yeah.
He cries a lot.
Cries a lot on
A lot.
socials, yeah.
A lot. Anapenda he likes arguing with people.
Blasphemy.
He's an Kuku fan.
He's also
I'm not a
he's also
Kuku fan. What the fuck?
yeah. And he also just hurls insults for no reason. Calls people baldy.
Yes, anapenda he
But
pretends
when Baldi-
he pretends he likes basketball, but in hindsight
Oh my
He
God,
just likes-
I'm a very big. Kwanza actually.
He's a
Leo's-
Chelsea fan, but
Leo's
wallpaper
style.
is Ferrari because he pretends he's not a Chelsea fan.
By the way, Formula One.
so you're also struggling everywhere. So Formula 1 Hamilton was disqualified.
Wallah.
Yeah. Last race.
People actually.
So yeah.
Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like he said, leave a comment in the section below. Let us know your predictions for the next round of Champions League games next week. And don't forget to drop a follow. Engage with him online on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram as @bearded_chef. Bearded_chef. We'll see for you at some point. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.